Very good evening, grade 12 CBSE students. Today I, Tarun sir, is coming up with the syllabus of English for your term 2 exam. मेरे बच्चों, आपका पहला जो सेक्शन है वो सेक्शन होगा once again reading comprehension. My dear students, you people have already appeared for term 1. You must have seen that what kind of unseen passages you people get. Factual means real. Descriptive means lengthy. Literary, discursive, persuasive means taking action related to figures of speech, etc. Case study based unseen factual passage. Case study means you can get a pie chart, histogram, bars, etc. etc. The first passage would comprise of 8 marks and the second passage would comprise of 6 marks, equal to 14 marks. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Excellent participation. 14 marks, section A. So this is something very good. There is nothing new in section A. I know many of the students, they face difficulty in solving the unseen passage, and now they won't, because you people know that what kind of questions are put up, what questions to be deleted, what questions to be attempted, because you get choice. So reading comprehension gone. Now coming up to creative writing skills. Formal, informal invitation. My dear students, this is the subjective pattern. You will have to draw, you will have to write the invitation. I'm sorry to say, no more MCQs from this section. No more MCQs from this section. And even, I missed something very important. Even the unseen passage would be in the form of subjective pattern. How come I missed such an important point? Creative writing skills. So the first topic is formal and informal invitation. Tarun sir would be teaching you. Replies to invitation, I would be teaching you. Don't worry, whatever question I would be solving with you all, you people would be getting a similar question in your board exam. So writing section comprises of 8 marks. How many marks? Writing section comprises of 8 marks. 3 marks is of short writing. Long writing has only 2 very important things. Students, this is actually a golden opportunity for you all to score full marks. Why? Because these people have restricted your term to long writing section to only 2 topics. The first topic is letter, that is job letter, including an application for a job. And the second one is report writing. So 5 marks plus 3 marks is equal to 8 marks. You can clearly see it on the screen. In case if any doubts, then you can raise it, or shall I proceed? Because today I would be starting with 1 topic at least. Yes, raise your doubts.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt.
Thank you so much. Moving to this next screen. So here we come to the course included in literature. Let's see what is it. From the book Flamingo, you have Rat Trap and Indigo. From the book Flamingo, Poetry, A Thing of Beauty, Aunt Jennifer's Tiger. From the book Vistas, 7 marks, Should Wizard Hit Mommy on the Face of It, Ivan Streisand O-Level. Wonderful bifurcation of marks. 11 plus 7 is equal to 18 marks. The reason why I did not show you the literature section, so that you people can go through the chapters and poems. Rat Trap, we have already done it in term 1. Say yes, but I'll repeat it, no worries. Have we done Rat Trap in term 1?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. We'll redo it, or we'll do it. Indigo is actually a chapter of Mahatma Gandhi ji. who won the Battle of Champaran. And rest very interesting poems and very, very interesting chapters. Believe me, we'll really enjoy. And again, the same thing that I would repeat is you people have a great chance of scoring full marks. Here comes literature segment. Wait. Okay, see. Look at this question based on extracts. So literature comprises of 18 marks. 11 plus 7 is equal to 18. And you can just have a look. See, these people have disclosed each and everything. Then what is the problem? Flamingo prose, Flamingo poetry, 11 marks. Vistas prose, prose means chapter, 7 marks. And gone those days of MCQs. So you are free. No more tone will be asked. No more tricky questions. But reading of NCERT is very, very compulsory. Reading of NCERT is very, very compulsory, my dear students. So I'm going to again start the session with the first topic today itself. The first topic that we would be covering today is formal invitation. Can anyone tell me that what is a formal invitation? Any try, please. Nimit or Kanishk, in case if they want to just try. What is a formal invitation? Yes, please.
So which is you get from a former company, and that is there's not too much of carelessness or informality involved in it. There has to be a specific procedure or format for it.
Okay, excellent. See, even you people must be getting formal invitations. Your parents must be getting formal invitations. Reason why? In the form of inaugural ceremony, in the form of opening ceremony. And here is one of the examples. This is the best way to explain a formal invitation. So let me start the session today of the first topic included in the writing section. Formal invitation is actually based on number 1, inauguration. Number 2, opening ceremony. Number 3, invitation of any chief guest for any function. Number 4, school-based annual functions, etc., etc., Christmas carnivals. Then what is informal invitation? Like for example, opening of, birthday bash, New Year's party, DJ party. I hope you're getting my point. This is called informal invitation. And you people must have seen it on Facebook. In case if your friends, they are actually hosting a party, they will write it also in a very informal matter and manner. DJ bash by DJ Varun. All are invited, free entry and all. This is called informal. Believe me, students, informal invitation has least chances of appearing in your paper. Formal invitation and reply to invitation, you will 100% get at least one. और ये जब चॉइस में आता है तो आपके लिए वैसे ही आसान हो गया ये. So फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन के बारे में मैंने आप लोगों को बता दिया. दिस इज एक्चुअली अ फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन, वेरी टफ. देयर इज नो MCQ गोइंग टू कम. यू विल हैव टू राइट ऑल दिस, माय डियर. So let me just pick up one topic today, that is inauguration. हेडिंग डाल लीजिए, format and concepts and rules of formal invitation. Number one, never write. You can even maintain your notes, keep writing. Never write complete sentences never write complete sentences. Number two, never use abbreviations and short forms. Never use abbreviations and short forms. Do mention the date, time, and venue. I hope I'm audible to both of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Never write complete sentences, never use abbreviations and short forms. Do mention the date, time, and venue. Follow a perfect sequence. Follow a perfect sequence. Do not add anything that is informal. Do not add anything that is informal. Next point, not necessary to mention the address, not necessary to mention the address and mobile number of the concerned. Of the concern. Okay, now coming to the format. ये रहा format. सबसे पहले लिखो name of the invitee. Name of the invitee. Name of the invitee. Next point, detail or information about the detail or information about the concerned shop, store, institution, etc. Institution, etc. Date, time, venue of the event. Date, time, venue of the event. Special or attractive offers, special or attractive offers. Last, RSVP. RSVP, name of RSVP के बाद name of the organization. And you people, like many of them, question that, sir, what is the meaning of RSVP? RSVP means with best wishes. RSVP means with best wishes. Okay, so kindly say okay if you have written down the matter till here.
Yes, sir.
निमित लिख लिया है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. So you can take a screenshot of this, please. Very well written. 3 on 3. Pure 3 marks. I'm damn sure. Very, very nice and clear words. And look at the handwriting. Believe me, in case if I start also writing like this, let me try. MS Shyam Lal. Sorry, I won't be able to write so perfectly. You know how a question would be framed on the basis of this? That draft a formal invitation. Draft a formal invitation on behalf of Shyam Lal and Sons, announcing the opening of their new general store. Announcing the opening of their new general store. Give necessary information. ऐसे आता है क्वेश्चन. Give necessary information. So I think so. Whatever question you people would be getting from now, it's not like necessary that you people would be getting the same question. I think so. Nimit has a doubt. Nimit. अच्छा, I saw you unmuting yourself. Okay, तो इसी तरीके से करना है. क्वेश्चन में डिटेल्स दी जाएंगी इस चीज की और इस चीज की. उसको बहुत सिस्टमैटिक लिखना है. Write down other concepts. Formal and informal invitations are always. Formal and informal invitations are always in a box. Formal and informal invitations are always in a box. Next concept. Never draw unnecessary images. Never draw unnecessary images. Okay, so things थोड़े क्लियर हुए होंगे. अगर इनॉग्रेशन की जगह ओपनिंग सेरेमनी आ जाता है, फाइन. इसी के बदले अगर आ जाता है न्यू ब्रांच ओपनिंग, तो आप इनॉग्रेशन की जगह न्यू ब्रांच ओपनिंग लिख देंगे. इसकी जगह आता है मैरिज एनिवर्सरी, रिटायरमेंट ईव या जो भी है. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So let's do a question. एक क्वेश्चन लिखिए जरा, following the same format. Write down. You are Mr. R. Sindhu. You are Mr. R. Sindhu, comma, the owner of Golden Gym. The owner of Golden Gym. Full stop. Draft a formal invitation. Draft a formal invitation. Formal invitation. Inviting everyone on the opening ceremony of his sixth branch in the capital of Uttar Pradesh. Sixth branch in the capital of Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so I hope any doubts in this question. Again, the same thing, name would be in capital letters. Note it down. Mr. R. Sindhu announces the opening of Golden Gym's sixth branch. ये ऐड करना पड़ेगा. At गोमती नगर, कॉमा, लखनऊ, ब्रैकेट में ओपनिंग सेरेमनी, ऑन डेट टाइम वेन्यू, ऑल आर कॉर्डली इनवाइटेड. यहां पर अवेल की जगह लिख सकते हो दैट अवेल इनॉग्रल डिस्काउंट ऑन ऑफ 20% RSVP, name, and then. Is it clear, Kanishk?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
So now on behalf of this, जो क्वेश्चन मैंने दिया है, निमित तुमने पूरा क्वेश्चन सुन लिया बेटा?